So, we're going to talk about the big NCAA football games for all levels, all divisions. Division 1, FBS, FCS, which I think does better than FBS in playoff structure. I like the FCS playoff structure better than the FBS one. Every conference makes it. It's, similar like all the other NCAAs. Every conference makes it. They don't have conference championships, like the NCAA. FBC, like the division, like the NFL. There's no comfort. There's just tiebreakers, conference tiebreakers, like division tiebreakers. NFL. I like that, So let's talk about the big games. So we have big games. Let's talk about the biggest games of the week. So there's really no big top games. So we have James Madison at Texas State. That's a big game for James Madison State. They can remain unbeaten in the Sun, but go 5-0. Can Kansas State finish about 6-2, 4-0 in Conference USA play? Can Jacksonville State stay atop of Conference USA? That'll be big for their hopes. 3-0 in CUSA, 4-3-0. Go to 4-0, 5-3 in CUSA play. Then we got Marshall and Coastal Carolina and ESPN 2 1-loss teams in the Sun Belt. Can they stay near the top of the Sun Belt? Just to prove that they belong. They still have a chance at the Sun Belt series. Can Tulane stay being in the American at 4-0 in the American? Get a win and stay at the top of the American Conference. Now State, they want to remain in the top of the Big Ten. Can they beat Penn State at noon on Fox? At noon on Vanderbilt at Texas on ABC. This is 7 time Central Time. But it's Vanderbilt at Texas. And they remain. That's the top team. Two top team matchup. And Texas remain still in contention for SEC title. They have 1 loss, 2 losses, so put them out of the SEC title contention for the SEC championship game. I don't know. That's at noon Eastern EC. We have Houston. Houston is trying to stay in Houston's first week in the top 25. They were in the top 25 in the American. Then they moved to the Big 12. Houston did. Because Houston is a top powerhouse in men's basketball and football. They were in the American. In Big 12, they're still up there in football and basketball. Men's basketball. So yeah, they're trying to remain at the top 8-1, 5 on the Big 12, and they got a pretty winnable schedule. Houston does at West Virginia against UCF, TCU. They got a tough test at home against TCU, and Baylor is a decent tough test. So they still got a few tests on their schedule. So, and then we got really top matchup. 2 unranked teams, but that's a top matchup. On noon and Eastern ESPN 2, Navy at North Texas. Now that is a top matchup. Navy with the triple off option. They're trying to prove that they are one of the best teams in the country. They're at 25. Navy, the Naval Academy, they're 7-0, 5-0 in American Conference play. They do have some top tests. They play at North Texas, the top team. North Texas only lost at South Florida. Then they play Notre Dame. Navy does. Then they play at Notre Dame. Then they play South Florida. Then they play at number 25 Memphis. And they play at Army. So man, that's a good test. And and then they could play in the American Conference tournament, American Conference Series. So that would be that's a tough matchup. So they got a some good schedule. They got tough tests right there. I'm surprised though Navy isn't on that Navy game isn't on Navy or Texas is on ESPN. But my SMU is because it's ranked team. So that's always how they do it, the ranked teams. Then they do the unranked teams. I'm most intrigued with the unranked teams. As more intrigued than their Big 12 matchup. They always get like an early Big 12 matchup, a medium, not the best Big 12 matchup. They've been doing that. Like ESPN 2, ESPN. That's UCF Baylor this with a mid-tier Big 12 one. Getting rid of TNT after Big 12. They always have a Big 12 pick after like Fox picks their like AB, like ESPN picks their Big 12, top tier Big 12 one. So they're a Big 12 one. So, I guess they picked UCF Baylor over Arizona State, Iowa State, which I'm kind of surprised by. But surprised they didn't put this on ESPN. I'm just kind of surprised. And this one went to ESPN. Or went to TNT. I'm surprised. And we have Louisville, number 16 in the country. See if they can stay out in the ACC. So you're top of the East American, the Coast Conference. Out one loss. There's a bunch of teams out one loss. When 2 losses, we'll take them out of that picture. Same with Western Kentucky. In Liberty and City Sports Center. Pittsburgh needs to stay in the AC hunt. Let's take second in the Mid 12. Wayne State and FS1. Then you may not be in the Mountain West. Or 5-0. Same Virginia at 3-4 by Eastern ESPN 2. And we have Central Michigan, Western Michigan. Can they form winner over 4-1 that? The big Met Conference Terrace. Can San Diego State remain unbeaten at Sun Eastern and then Mountain West? Can Georgia Tech remain unbeaten at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN 2? We always have 3 games on ESPN, and that's the one on ESPN. It's number 8 Georgia Tech, so. And Georgia Tech remain unbeaten 9-0. 6 on AC play. That would be really, really good. Georgia Tech proving one. Even only in the cultural playoff. They have that ranked matchup. Number 18 will come in over 14 to see on EBC. A good Big 10 matchup is number 23 USC at Nebraska at Southern Eastern NBC. And then 2 is good Sunbelt teams. Arkansas at Troy. Or I see at Troy, can Troy go 5-0 on the Sunbelt. Yeah, top of the Sunbelt. See at top of the Sunbelt. In the West. Win the Sunbelt. Tied with Southern Miss leading the Sunbelt. And then Utah. And then we have Cincinnati at Utah. Number 17, Cincinnati. 5-1 Big 12 with number 2 Fruta. 6-3 and 2 in the Big 12. I guess that's why, because Cincinnati, Utah. This one, ESPN picked their matchup first for the Big 12 this week. They got that one, so. And then, yes. And they remain on being the Patriot League, but no. Central Africa, can they remain on being the NEC, got 4-0. Right. Or Mama, that's at noon, both at noon Eastern. Mama needs it. Can they go to 5-0 on the SCA? Gardner Webb needs to win to stay in the OVC Big South title race. Tennessee Tech needs to, if they want to win, so they can get a top spot in the FCS playoff. They're not and get an automatic bid.